Good evening. My name is John Newlon. I am the only person in the room running against a sitting circuit court judge. So that'll be my claim to fame. I have told people before, and I do stand by it, I would be foolish to come up here and try to tell you that I have more experience than Judge Boyer has. I in fact don't. But I do have 15 years, going on 16, of litigation practice. I do a lot of family law work, probate and trust litigation, general civil litigation, and I have a fair amount of transactional experience as well. But I have told people, and I stand by the idea that I'm not really someone who, I don't feel like I'm running against Judge Boyer. In less than 2 years into the 6-year term, the Florida Constitution requires Judge Boyer to step down from the office. And at that time, the governor appoints a replacement. The voters don't get to. I don't think that's terribly fair. For some people, I understand that's not a major issue. I learned today that the Tampa Tribune doesn't care that that would be the case, but I do. I know a lot of voters who do, and if you are one of those voters who wants to have the power to select your judge, I ask that you vote for me on August 26th, and I thank you guys for your time and for having us tonight. Sure. In the last group, Alicia both talked about, and Al Rosenthal talked about the electronic filing system, and Alicia mentioned something specifically that does really stand out, and that is making the system work all the way through. Because right now, in a lot of cases, we wind up filing items electronically that have to be printed out and then delivered to a judge, which really thwarts the whole concept of the efficiency of electronic filing. That's something that should be corrected and I know that they're working on it, but certainly that's going to make things a little more efficient. I think it's going to speed up the actual presentation of argument at hearings. As far as cutting costs in my law practice, it really that has dealt with technology, the implementation of practice management software suites, and to some extent programs that do calculations. For instance, I do a fair amount of family law work, and there's a statutory formula that's used for calculating child support, and that's something that, if you did it by hand, it would take you hours. So technology certainly is the best method for improving efficiency, and I think we're making strides, and I think eventually we'll get there.
Thank you.
With respect to the future, I guess, of the judiciary, I think Judge Boyer actually touched on it in his first response, and that is his encouragement of telephonic hearings. We see now, very routinely, people appearing more by telephone, people appearing via video conferencing, and people appearing by Skype. Absolutely, the economic impact of attending a hearing in court is going to have to be shrunk, period. I mean, it costs too much in travel time, in time taken off work to attend a hearing, a lot of times for a very short, something very short and relatively inconsequential. I actually was at a pre-trial conference today in Hillsborough County, and my client had to take a day off work, or at least a half day. We appeared for about 5 minutes, and we're sent on our way. But there's a requirement in that case that the parties appear in person, and something like that shouldn't have the kind of economic impact that it does. So I think that the future is going to be moving away from in-person courtroom activities. That's going to lead to things that they already have, which are oaths taken remotely, people being able to be sworn in from a distance so that we can get testimony that comports with the rules of evidence. But certainly I think that's the way things are going. Thank you. I will also be quick, and following Laura's footsteps, I do want to thank my family. I didn't get to mention to everyone that I actually have 9 children, 5 daughters, 4 sons, in that order, from ages 22 down to 21-month-old twins. My oldest daughter actually starts law school next month. So I was hoping that I would get the expertise question, because diaper changing is, I think I counted, I've got about 28,000 diapers changed. So anyhow.
You can answer that on the website.
Yeah. All right, but thanks again to you guys for having us, and please come out and vote on the 26th. Have a good night.